Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk with me, your favorite realist, and of course, sexiest spiritual advisor, Empress Oracle. So, I just want to go over a few things that I have learned. I'm going to say growing up, and especially through my last few traumatic experiences that I've had. I just want to talk about these things with you guys because what does not kill you makes you stronger. And it didn't kill me. So guess what? I would like to pass down this information to anybody who may need it. Hopefully you don't make the same mistakes that I have. Hopefully you don't have the same kind of trauma or traumatic experiences that I have. But if you have, just know, time heals all wounds if you let it. So, looking back, I feel as though the traumatic event occurred as an intentional act to instill fear, insecurity, and self-doubt onto me from somebody who themselves was experiencing those feelings and in turn projected them onto me in the most traumatic way possible. I feel that way about majority of the traumatic events that I've been through, which is probably why I've been diagnosed with PTSD. Now, I believe that none of the attacks against me were my fault. I'm a good person, and I could not and should not place guilt or blame onto myself for somebody else's actions. And a lot of times I find, especially when women or men or anybody is a victim of sexual assault, they always try to blame themselves at first. Like, maybe I shouldn't, if I hadn't have did this, if I hadn't have worn this, if I hadn't have went there. Fuck all that shit. Nobody deserves to be attacked. Nobody deserves to be assaulted. All right? You can walk around this bitch butt fucking naked. That does not give anybody the right to put their hands on you. No means no. All right. I also learned that I have to reprogram my mind and understand that everybody is not the same and not to alienate myself. That is a lesson that I am constantly learning because I am an eternal optimist, and as an empath, I always choose to see the best in everybody. However, what I realize is that I've extended the olive branch of friendship to a lot of people, and they've turned me down. And it's okay. I had to realize that, sometimes rejection is God's protection. And that does not mean that there's something wrong with you. That just might not be your niche. Those might just not be your people. And it's okay. That does not mean to alienate yourself or get depressed or feel as though there's nobody out there for you. If you put out positive energy, it's going to attract light and dark. However, that's when you pray and you ask for discernment. And those who are not supposed to be around you, they'll drop away. Trust. I learned that people must take accountability for themselves, and it is not up to me to try to justify their actions. Because for the longest, I tried to justify. I still do that shit sometimes, honestly, and I have to tell myself not to do that. Trying to justify the way people treat me, or, when people deny me or turn me away, or when they stand me up, or, when they treat me like shit, when they start playing mind games, when they start doing little tit for tat, even though I never tit. I had to just understand those things, right? I also learned that there are a lot of weirdos out here whose actions are based off of trauma responses and poor mental conditioning. But there are still good people out there. You just have to heed the red flags. Because, at one point in my life, them red flags look like Six Flags to me. Who doesn't like a little excitement? Right? However, it comes a point in your life where you're ready to settle down in all areas and all aspects. Not everybody wants to play games with everybody. Not everybody wants to be childish. Not everybody has time for that. It's better to invest your energy into more positive things. And you want to be around like-minded people. And unfortunately, there are people who portray that they want certain things out of life. However, when those things approach them, they don't know how to deal with it for real. It's just a facade, And if you really, really pay attention to people, pay attention not just to their words, but their actions, you'll see those red flags and you could save yourself a lot of time. Seriously. Trust is something that once destroyed is damn near impossible to get back. And people will try to control your esteem through manipulative tactics, but that does not make you weak. That makes them crazy. That does not make you weak. That makes them crazy. And I have also learned that the people who try to control everything else around them are normally the people who have no control over their personal lives. So if you work a job and somebody's a control freak bossing you around, they're probably a bitch at home. And the last and final thing that I have is intimacy. Once that door is closed, walk all the way away. Walk away. Don't try to rebuild it. Don't try to get it back. If that flame has died out, go flicker somewhere else. That's hard to get back. Okay? Intimacy is built off of emotional trust. And when that trust is broken, it's hard to get back, babes. Don't force something where it doesn't belong. So those are just a few nuggets of wisdom, a few pearls of wisdom. And I hope that they help somebody out there, okay, to, even if you've been fucking up and making the same mistakes that I have, hey, it's never too late. It's never too late. Each one teach one. And that's what I'm here to do. Hopefully this message was well received because it's given from a place of love. I love you all. Have a wonderful day.